Hey there guys, it's Too Old for Gaming, and today I've got an exciting match for you. We are playing on Tannenberg, and I am playing as the Desert Rats, also known as the 7th Armored Division. We're going to be focusing on the right-hand side of the map, supporting the left-hand side of the forest here out in the open, because we start off here with these awesome Firefly 5Cs. And so my initial setup here is some of the defense groups, some motorized rifles, so we get some Piats up here, a Vickers. I was going to initially attempt to get in here, but then I noticed those Opel Blitzes are pretty fast, and he has a lot of reconnaissance as well, so nice to see another player using some good tactics here. Motorized rifles get out. Defense group unfortunately gets nailed by the SPW-233. Motorized rifles taking machine gun fire from multiple angles. Vickers takes a casualty to the 233. 251/1 goes down to the Cromwell 4 Kerr. And the motorized rifles are exterminated.
This one's for Ireland.
Vickers manages to get into the house back here. And we've got a motorized rifle team to cut off any trucks with their Piats, and a defense group here. 251/1 being spotted by the Firefly briefly, destroyed by the M10A1. And we've got a rush of M8s up here. One goes down. See if these next two get any kills. Nothing yet. Two goes down. 10/4 goes down. And then the final M8 goes down. M3A1 half-track going into the IG-18 up close. Firing at the Flak 38. Gets a Flak 38 to fall back, but gets knocked out by the IG-18. So still enemies in this sector here. You can see something firing here and here. Firefly unable to spot what's shooting at him. Had moved the Cromwell over to support this other Firefly, as I didn't want to bunch these guys up. And unfortunately, it left him without any vision. I have another Cromwell coming back in, and I figured it was going to take a while. I didn't want him to get critted, so move this guy back. Fortunately for us, he stopped firing. To our right, we have a mass of Sturmoviki rocks and Arditi, Gustatori Paras, and Commandos. So, enemy getting wiped out here. The Stalin, the only thing holding up the team. Zis-3's just pinging off the frontal armor here. He's starting to turn towards the infantry. Got a little bit of damage on him. Everything possible over here firing, including the Obi 75, 27, 75 bill. So the Cromwell Recon 4s can go up to 63 kilometers an hour on the road, which is pretty awesome. While we're getting reinforcements in, let's go down the front line. Looks like the enemy is projecting here. I'm assuming he's got a person in here. And then they must have infantry or AT guns up here. Friendly team able to get some assault engineers in, but too far away to use those flamethrowers against the Ski Jaeger Pioneers, so probably going to lose that battle. Enemy recon probing with their SD KFZ 2247B. Don't see these very often. And all the way down to the other side, we've got one of the prototype Tigers. I think this is a prototype, right, guys? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Not a whole lot holding him up. I don't see anything that could take him down, but I don't know how many points this is. 175 points, so he doesn't have a whole lot. Zis-3 coming in. Back to our zone, guys. Pack 40 is spotting friendly scout car, knocks him out. I dropped an attack beacon on it. I'm a bit concerned he can knock anything I have out with a Pack 40. So I really like to bring in a lot of reconnaissance for an armored division. These tanks just can't see at all. I mean, the very low optics are so hard to work with unless you have infantry supporting you or recon vehicles. They got high optics on these Cromwell 4s. So it looks like the WLADT is spotting Panzergrens, but gets knocked out by an AT gun here. 5-man team, Pack 38. So we got another AT gun to deal with that I don't want to. He's got APCR turned off. If I was going up against a Firefly, I'd probably turn it on, but that's just me. 25-pounder is now in the match. We've got it with the Crusader Tractor. Crusader Tractors hold 15,000 supply, which is a lot more than the trucks. They hold 10. And these 25-pounders can fire at 8 rounds a minute when they're unvetted, so not too bad. And with 15,000 supply, we'll basically be able to go the entire match. So it's kind of pricey to do it this way, but you can also move them around if you get countered. I also have air recon. I love air recon. Spitfires are okay, but they are vulnerable. You gotta... I kind of ride the front line with them. Because they do have poor resilience, so I think it's poor, right? Bad. So we've got a Flak 38 here, an AT gun here, an AT gun here. Recon spotting our movements. Zis-3 driving into the front of this is very risky, Dan. So love guns over here too. So there's 3 of us pushing on these 2 flags. And then hopefully over to these flags. But these 3 are pretty close together. Cromwell takes a shot from the SPW-233, but we are able to knock him out. Panzergren, 10-man team spotted here, takes a direct shot from the Firefly. Now this is 3 getting in on the action. Spitfire taking fire from the Black 38. And probably starting to take a little bit of damage. Kiernos marching down towards the front line. They're pinned and not flanked because of the NKVD. Good use of a MP. I don't know, maybe Dan watches my videos. I feel like I'm the only one who uses MPs usually, but it's one of the tactics I employ. So seeing good tactics by the team. I mean, I really love seeing recon out here. We're not getting a lot of spam, and everybody's got units on the ground. This is a good match, guys. It's sometimes in 10 versus 10, if you're not familiar with the game, it just depends on the players. It can be a bunch of spam, or you can have a really fun, engaging sort of chess match type of battle. So Pioneer, Führer, and Panzergren getting pushed off. We spot the artillery spotter, which to me, those guys are extremely valuable with their radios, especially depending on the division, right? Like some divisions don't get any radios. Desert Rats have a ton of radios in their recon, which is so nice. Like the deck I've got here, guys, is just absolutely stacked with reconnaissance. So we got a jumbo sort of holding the line here. Scouts. We'll probably use an infantry unit or a machine gun here, and this is bizarre, but always, if you're playing a zone that has a church in it, always get recon in there. If you don't have any infantry recon, put a machine gun in there. Or a leader with a sniper rifle. So we didn't see the call in, but I did bring in scouts here to look down the road because I figured I was going to move this Cromwell at some point. Since we've cleared the area and destroyed their stuff, I'm moving him around. And a Cromwell here is taking fire. I had moved one up here. They're getting artillery. So the 2 base on machine guns chipping away at the enemy. Somebody's got to... I think the bases from Czechoslovakia, or are those Italian? I can't remember. The 7.92 millimeter bullet, not a 303. Boy, what a nightmare for supply if you were part of the United Kingdom. You got 303, you had to deal with 30-06 in your Brownings, and then apparently 8 millimeter Mauser too. All right, so on a left-hand flank, looks like enemy team's pushing with Panzers and Martyrs, but not seeing any recon here unless he's hiding. Oh, that might be the recon. Yep. And we're into Phase B, guys. Enemy Pack 38 here spotting our Cromwell and pulling him off. Now remember, APCR is turned off on this guy. And he is just taking boatloads of fire, and he is destroyed. Enemy air recon coming in to see what's going on. We don't have a lot of AA over there. Crusader A Mark IIs, though, a little bit far back. I've got one, a Mark IIB. So the Mark IIB is a triple, and the Mark II is a double. These Bs are kind of expensive, but are just a phenomenal anti-aircraft unit. Scouts somehow got spotted out in the open, so this is a four-man team, and just started taking fire. I was a little bit caught off guard when that happened, because typically you can't see him, but I'm assuming I don't know if he saw him or if he thought my motorized rifles were still in there. Almost knocked him out. There's one man left. Tiger shooter killed by... Boy, it's got to be the M4, right? And we've got a Vespi over here, 105. Direct firing? Maybe? No. He's artillerying. What's he shooting at? Oh, he's trying to blow up the M10 tank destroyer, and he was direct firing. So he's going to tell me if the Hummel was ever used as an assault gun. Or just artillery. Same with the Vespi. Ever drive these guys? I mean, they put armor on them, right? Did they ever drive them up and use them as an assault gun? Not sure. I don't know the doctrine. Somebody does. Let me know in the comments. And hey, guys, if you haven't checked out the Discord server, make sure you do. We've got a big group in there now. We play pretty frequently. We've been doing 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, and then even jumping into 10v10 matches. I'm setting up a tournament, one-on-one tournament. So if you get into the server, you'll see it in there. I'll drop a post on YouTube. It's the first time getting involved in doing tournaments, so you guys will have to forgive me for my noobness. I'm still figuring out how to get it set up, but I figure if we get enough interest, we'll set it up for some time in January. And we'll do a double elimination tournament. And hopefully you guys will join. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to get more content. I'd love to break out into some more RTS games. I've tried doing it for you guys before. If I don't find it entertaining to rewatch myself, I'm not going to post it out there. I've tried a couple. I've never posted them for you guys. Want to make sure it's interesting. I've got a couple Warno videos out there that were okay, but still, I just don't think the gameplay is quite as good as this one. I know there's Broken Arrow that's come out recently as a demo, but haven't really gotten involved in it yet. Let me know what you guys think of that. Do you guys want to see the content for that? I know there's a bunch of other people making it right now, and only a few of us doing Steel Division 2 stuff still. So just let me know. I'm open to ideas. Slowly creeping up to my way to 1,000 subs. I appreciate you guys so much. It's been a really fun journey over the last year, trying to get here and learning a lot about YouTube and creating content. So, anyways, I digress. Getting back to the match, our 25-pounder is starting to take fire. See if we can get him out. So those are 105s, I believe, and because it's not a truck and it's a tractor, it can move pretty fast. I mean, I know people say not to leave don't leave your ammo next to the artillery, but I think in this case, does this have armor? These even have armor. So 50 mils in the front, that's kind of crazy. Wow. Seems like a waste of steel. So 25-pounders escape, and we take out another half-track over here. Enemies brought in a Panzer IV leader and a Tiger E. Now, I think this game only has Tiger E's. It's kind of funny. I knew there was a lot of different Panzer IVs and IIIs, but with the Tigers, I just think of a Tiger. So I'm not sure the changes between if there was an A, B, C, D, E. I'm assuming somebody has to know. Maybe I'll have to check out the tank encyclopedia. So Lorraine 105, that's probably, maybe that's what was shooting at us. Trying to do some counter here. So I'm just going to go ahead. We've got radios up here again, we're Commonwealth and Americans, so we've got tons of radios. You can bring that radio net all the way up to this Panther, and the 25-pounder accuracy, I think, is pretty good. I know I've been told that to ignore the tab because it's for direct fire. Let's see if we can hit this Panther. Oh, wow, he's moving immediately, so good micro there by Pivoter. I think he got hit, though. He did. We got one pen on him before he got out of the way. Daimler Littlejohn going down to another Panther G, and these Panther Gs are expensive, guys. 140 points going up against Fireflies that are 110, and I think the these jumbos are 140, so they're really pricey. But the other 76, I think, isn't as expensive. So Littlejohn able to sniff out the Panzer Grenadiers in here, and we wipe them out. Motorized rifles starting to move forward. Did call in the Desert Rats, and currently their triple Brens are pinning down these Panzergrens. Still work chipping away on this group, and that squad is destroyed. So yeah, M4A1 Commander, 85 points. That's so cheap. Yeah, 90 mils of frontal armor. These have 100. Not a big difference. 25 point difference. So Flak 38 here, causing me problems getting air recon, but we were able to sort of spot everything back here. 2 half-tracks go down. M4 takes out another AT gun back here with 2 men left on it. Not sure if that's a Pack 38 or a Pack 40. To our right, the Italian turncoats have done an amazing job pushing through with the Russians. So we're not quite to phase C yet. We've been winning just by 1 tick, but as you can tell right here, we're very close to taking both these flags.
Be careful. Enemies nearby.
And our opponent over here just quit, so that makes things a little bit easier. There's a Panther G back here, and then what do we got? Probably a Tiger? Or another Panther, I'm guessing. So it's a Pack 40. Still extremely dangerous to us. I did bring in Cromwell 6s with the 95mm howitzer. 50 points. I think they're kind of a steal. 70 mils of frontal armor. I don't know what you get with a Guerrilla. So I have 81s shelling the Flak 38 here. I have a very small air deck, but we will put it to use in this game. Just basically the recon, I want to say it's Marauders that I have two units of. So Guerrillas have 30 mils of front armor, so not too shabby getting 70. Obviously a much smaller blast. Check the blast on this. Blast is 3588. What's it? Once we spot it, we can check on the Guerrilla. So you have much larger, almost 7,000. But I'm sure the rate of fire on this is much faster too. I didn't check. Black 38 almost killed off, and he is gone. I'm assuming to our 81s. And because we're down to 2 men on here, I just got these motorized rifles on return fire. We got a recce up here too. There's obviously infantry. There's one building here. We got a couple left. I'm gonna flatten them. That's eventually. I'm just going to artillery all of this cover because outside of that, it's just open field. So any infantry is gonna die.
I hear you got a bug problem, sir.
So Mitchell 2 is coming in. I don't feel like you see Mitchells that often, right? Really, Boston's, Baltimore's. The Mitchell is kind of a unique one for the game, and they've got 250-pound bombs. A lost sight, but we got a lot of them. Dropped it on the area here, and then we had the MG42 and the Volk over here. I dropped them on. Apparently he got a hit, even though he didn't see it, so... This guy's AI as well. I saw him drop earlier. So this is AI versus AI. Which should be a bit dull, but over here it's basically over. Unless he can get reinforcements in, or if he has artillery to break... I don't think he's... Look at all these units. There's no way he's getting back in. Better to just put some defense guns on your flank and push in a different area, I think. I would start deploying over here. Motorized rifles get spotted by the PaK-40s. The M4 AI is being very bold. Definitely bolder than I am in this match. Let's see what's happening down here on the left flank, because we've starting to get... Seems like there's a lot of artillery here. The Italian-German force has defeated the Commonwealth team over here. We've got a foothold in the village. They have all the sight lines on everything. Just a snipe. Wow. I mean, if you had recon and knew, you could shift your equipment down, because they have Tigers and everything else down there. Shift it down this way, you could make a breakthrough. There's nothing but an 85 protecting anything over here. And a 17-pounder, which, okay, you got Lorraines and stuff, take those out. I know, that's hard to know in a match, but sometimes you just gotta pivot. So, we've got DO-217 J2s with 20 mils. Looks like these were night fighters? I've never heard of them before. I'm curious to see if they get a round off before getting pushed off. I don't have success with these type of guys, but... Transmission. So, nothing really doing there. We lost a half-track. I had moved the motorized rifle leader forward. He had a, I want to say, a 50 kill half-track. And I got knocked out by the PaK-40. I'm trying to hide this little John in here, now that I know he's there, and then move up the scouts, because we had two, remember? And this Spitfire is not really spotting them. Going to move the one-man scout team up, and then we can keep moving our equipment forward. I'm being pretty cautious today on my units. And we got Panther leader, followed by recon and probably some infantry pushing the town. I did notice this and called in a 17-pounder and set him up here. He has to make it all the way through the open to get this flag, so a single 17-pounder can hold him off from moving forward. With those Flak 38's gone. It's pretty open, but we've got two over here, and those are quads, I believe. Now we're taking fire from one right there. Unfortunately, this unit takes us out. But we just got this road. So still off of the flag here, but it's a 1410. My artillery is still up and firing, and now I've got the M12 GMC 155. Biggest downside to these are just the fact that they don't carry much ammo. There isn't really room for it, so you have to bring a supply truck. Trying to wipe out the PaK-40. We'll see if this first shot can hit it. Getting close. Now we're in radio range, so the next one I think will My 25 pounders are going directly on that unit that took out our Spitfire. I've got Cromwell 5s over here. We spotted a bunch of enemy infantry going into the woods here. All I did was move these guys up slightly. The scouts and Cromwells, see them. Unfortunately, this guy dies. You see what got him? I'm not sure what killed him off. He was right there. Something did. Maybe it was... I'm guessing the Pack 40 could spot him. Brought the Mitchell back in to bomb this area, and it was a Flak 37. We were able to get it with the Mitchell. Unfortunately, those quads are just even chewing up the bombers. Resilience on these guys has got to be very good. I'm not sure, though. So we've got a Panzergren in here. Am I firing at that village yet? No. So I'm just going to blow these buildings up eventually with 155 fire, and the Tiger is gone. There's a Martyr 1 here. How far can these guys shoot? 1750. Okay, so yeah, we'll just nuke this area and it should give us a flag because we've got everything right here. It looks like somebody caught wind of what I was saying, I guess. It looks like there's an IS-2. They missed the opportunity a little bit, but they were getting one of these T-26B rushes, which I think is going to be a total failure. I'm just going to get knocked out, knocked out. Oh, artillery on it too. Wow. That is a lot of T-26s. Holy cow. Sapper Boggins. Crazy. We lose a Cromwell 6. Now where did we lose him? Right here. So I guess I got too aggressive and probably got pinched by Pack 40 that was still up. The scout's not able to see him. MG42 heavy machine gun up here. Deserats, I'm a little worried about them getting sniped in the trucks after losing the Cromwell 6. Martyr 1 attempted to get his AP round off, and we got out. He lost track. Autocar, though. Ooh, can he spot him? What size are these? Stealth is medium. I think that's pretty good, right? Oh, no, these are medium, too. Interesting. The rats are very good. What's he seeing now? Doesn't say. So you can see the 155 fire just targeting the buildings here, trying to destroy it. And we killed something, I think. Or they're fleeing. You can see that line moving back. And I think those my 25 pounders? No, those are the 75s.
Need some extra firepower?
So I'm thinking blowing this area up should be able to clear it. There's definitely an infantryman maybe right there, but he just died to the 75, I want to say. So we just flipped it. And there was a guy probably back here too, or maybe even behind here or in here. MG42 team spots our Desert Rats along with the Martyr 1. Cromwell 5, though, in position to knock him out. In the village, it looks like a lot of burning German vehicles. Let's see how this rush is doing. Wow. Interesting. But I don't think they're going to do much against all these Fireflies and Cromwells. You know, maybe if you brought in more Martyr 2s, I don't know. Or that single elephant, if you could move that up. You just got to have something to take out tanks. So my Desert Rats are in an ambush position here. And then we've got the defense group over here. I'm moving my leader up to get the radios pushed forward. And to give some veterancy. Panther G heading our way. You saw the autocar for a second. I don't believe I noticed in the match. I have a 17-pounder here. Always good to have intersecting fire sectors, you know? Try to set up multiple guns on one position. Our Cromwell Recon is getting fired on by the Panther G. Firefly not spotting him. Switch targets to something. I don't know what he's shooting now. Maybe the defense team? Oh yeah, he's not blinking, so he's spotted. So defense team takes a casualty here. Panther A in the town. The 17, if he pops down this way, the 17 pounder will knock him out.
Germans ahead.
So I just moved the 155 over to this guy. So we can blow him up without even engaging him. He's got a 10-man infantry squad right there. Is this thing
Heading back home.
aiming? Oh, we took out the Panther leader, so I'm assuming he got hit by the 17 pounder. We'll check at the end, either that or the Firefly, but I had two here. Mitchell came back in for a bombing run that was successful,
And so am I.
but he's taken fire from a Flak 38. I've got another 17 pounder I wanted to move up here to cut the road off. Panther G, though, I'm a little bit worried, but our other 17 pounder spots him, misses. Firefly misses.
Damn, that was close.
Panther gets a pen.
One more kill.
And destroyed. It's a pricey loss. So, 15-9 now. Total domination over here. We've got ISUs and KV-85s pushed up to the front line. I'm going to move my single-man scout team over to keep spotting. And then we'll see if we can wipe them out of the village. So, 17, again, 17 pounders right here. And I'll do my best to keep leading with recon.
Kameraden, das war's.
I am going to, I thought I might bring back in the Mitchell 2s again, so I'm targeting this Flak 37 here. He's also pinging off of the IS-1 as well, so figured it made sense to take him out. The autocar,
For orders.
I want to say, is he's in range, but he can't see him.
Yes, sir.
So with the autocar, we'll get our radios pushed all the way up to the front here. Enemy infantry being caught out in the open. They're trying to go for this flag. Are there any T-26s left? No. They've all gone up in flames. So usually you see massive engagements over here, just not really a whole lot going on. And I did check the stats and everybody was playing. I know I think we had 2 drops, one on each side, and they were on the same sector. So just a different match. So 5-man team here. I'm assuming Pack 38. Yep. See if we can knock him out. We do. Panzer IV though spotting along with the MG42. And then, oof, Gorilla takes out a ton of men on the Desert Rats. And I think they're going to die off right here. So I did bring the Mitchell back in. I want to take out the MG42. Kind of wonder what the point of camo is if you're going to paint black and white stripes all over the plane. So, enemy AA has been called in, really pushing us off. Having to manually pull the Spitfire back. We did not encounter... We have not encountered any off-map over here, and really no planes. Autocar firing at the 251/1 and taking fire from the Gorilla, along with the 17-pounder. Gorilla knocks out the autocar. Can the 17-pounder knock him out? Misses. He's got to nail this one or he might die off here. Ooh, that Gorilla's loading fast. Knocks him out. Is he going to live, though? Ooh, he missed. Lucky us. And we've got Sturmovicki is in here. You guys probably didn't notice it. Spitfire did spot a 9-man gun back here, so I moved my 155s onto it. And that's what was firing at our aircraft, the 7/1. We just knocked it out. I did bring in some Wasps over here and managed to knock out a team. Panzergren right here. Take out that leader. 10 seconds. And he is gone. Wasps are quite tricky to use in 1944 based on all the anti-tank capability out of the infantry. 3, 2, 1. And that is the match. We have captured 14 of 24 flags after 35 minutes and 26 seconds. Let's take a look at the team stats. So, XXXXX. Yeah, 2,600 to 1,800. Where am I at here? And 1,698 to 400. So, I told you guys I was being a bit cautious with my equipment. And I think that paid off. I didn't get a ton of kills, but I definitely helped support taking the flags. This guy, ooh, I guess. Wow, 2448 to 920 is quite good too. Let's see what did all the work. So the Cromwell Recon did really good, taking out the enemy's light recon. I mean, I would take one of these over any German light recon unit. The Cromwell 4s are just amazing. Firefly knocks out a bunch of light equipment. Same here. So really, strangely enough, using those 17-pounders for light stuff and infantry. Let's see. Cromwell 5 takes out several squads. MG42. 25-pounder took out Flak 38. And an infantry squad, Mitchell's, took out MG42. And infantry squad 155 took out a Pack 40. And infantry probably... I wonder if that was in the area I was just shelling. 17-pounder takes out Panther. Mitchell took out the 88. And that's about it. Wasp took out the Panzerly. So, loss-wise, just some defense groups, motorized rifles, and some tanks, it looks like. We had a Pack 40 take out 2 units. He got the Daimler somehow. It must have just peeked through, and then the Guerrilla took out 2 teams. But that's about it. We did 10% of the kills with 2% of the losses. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.